Alrighty guys, welcome to our Zoom class this morning. Good morning. It is so good to see everyone's faces. I want you to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and your microphone is muted so we know we're ready to start. Awesome. Robert is ready. Julia's ready. Sarah's ready. Awesome job, guys. Oh, I see lots of thumbs ups. I see some waves. Good morning. We are going to get ready for science. We're going to get to go and get some objects from our house today, and it is going to be super fun. So, we're going to go over our rules for our Zoom, our expectations. Number 1, we're at a volume 0, which means our microphones are muted. If we have a question, we're using our raise the hand button, and when Miss Harding is ready for your question, she will call on you. You can click that unmute button and you can answer the question. Alrighty. Also, I need you to make sure your eyes and ears are listening, that you're not around anyone who's going to distract you, that you are ready to go. Alright, so I need you to go ahead and listen really closely for this next rule because it's a little bit of a silly rule. But you're going to see what it means in a minute. You are going to gather some things from Miss Harding from around your room, from around your house. Anything you take, I need you to go put back at the very end of class. Give me a thumbs up if you can do that. If you can take whatever you find and make sure you put it back where it goes. Or else we won't be able to do fun things like this because your parents will be upset things aren't back where they go. I need you to make sure you can do that for me. All right. We are going to get started with our lesson. Who can look at this and tell me what you think we're going to learn about today? Properties of matter. So, who can tell me what they remember from earlier this year about properties of matter? Put your hand up and I will call on someone. Sarah, what do you remember? Awesome, yes. So, Sarah said that she remembers that we talked about solids, liquids, and gases earlier this year. We're going to go back over that. We're going to review it really quick, and then we're going to jump into even more ways to describe our properties of an object. So, we are going to go ahead and get started. By the end of today, I want you to say, I can describe properties of an object. We want to be able to do that with our solids, our liquids, and our gases. So we're going to go ahead and start reviewing, and then we will get into our main lesson. All right, so first we have our solid. A solid has a definite shape and volume. It's going to stay one way. It's not going to wiggle back and forth. It's not going to spill all on the floor if you break it. It has particles that are packed. Remember we said tight, tight, tight. Our next one, we have some examples. The shirt you're wearing is a solid. The books that are in your backpack are a solid. Your pen, do you think that's a solid? Give me a thumbs up if you think your pen is a solid. Awesome, your pen is a solid. Then we have our liquids. Our liquid has a definite volume. That means it has a certain size it's going to fill. But it has no fixed shape. Miss Harding's drink, her liquid, moves around all in this cup. It's not changing. The amount of liquid I have doesn't change, but it's taking the shape of whatever way I do that. And if Miss Harding poured it on the ground, it would pour everywhere. It wouldn't land in a nice little shape, just like it is in my cup. It has particles that can move and are in close contact. That looks like maple syrup, shampoo, olive oil, and orange juice. Next, we are going to take a look at our gases. Remember, gases do not take up a certain space. They float all the way around the room. Our gases are the helium in a balloon. Remember, helium is the air that makes a balloon float. You have your steam from a kettle. If you make tea or coffee, or a parent makes tea or coffee at your house, the steam that comes out, or whenever it's cold outside and we go, we can see our breath, and that is a gas. Then we have different gases in tanks like argon and nitrogen. All right, so all of that review was awesome. If you remembered it, give your brain a kiss. And if you didn't, make sure you get all that information in so that you're ready to go. We are going to go into our new information now. We are going to be learning about properties of objects, how we describe objects. There are a couple ways that we describe objects. We're going to talk about objects' shape, their flexibility, their texture, and their color. And when you go home today, when your mom and dad or grandma or grandpa asks you what you learned in science, I want you to say, I learned how to tell the shape and the flexibility, the texture, and the color of an object. I need your help to do this too. Miss Harding is going to go first. I am going to pick up my object. Miss Harding has a red marker. First, we're going to talk about shape. We know our shapes. We know things can be a circle or a square. We know that they can even be our 3D shapes like a cylinder. Talked about 3D shapes earlier this year. But we can also say things are pointy. They are tiny or big. They are round. Ms. Harding would describe hers as a cylinder shape. The shape of mine is a cylinder. Is the shape of mine red? No, my marker's red, but that's not a shape. The shape of mine is cylindrical or a cylinder. Then we're going to talk about flexibility. Flexibility. Who knows what that word means? That's a big word. Raise your hand if you know what flexibility means. Awesome. David, what does flexibility mean? Yes, it's if something can bend or not. Miss Harding's sticky note is flexible. Miss Harding's cup and her drink are both flexible, but Miss Harding's marker is not. If I pulled on this, it would break before it bent. It would just snap in half. So it is not flexible. We see some examples of things that are not flexible right here. I want you to go find something in your house. Wait for me. Wait so you can hear. That is flexible. Miss Harding is going to give you 20 seconds to go do that. We're going to give you 20 seconds to go do that. Miss Harding is going to get hers out as well. When you have your object, I want you to put it above your head. Very nice. I see some friends coming back with their objects. Oh, I see someone brought a pillow. I see someone brought a sweater. Ooh, I see over here, Sarah is just showing us that her arm is flexible, and that is a great example. We are flexible. Our hair is flexible. Our things are. Our bodies are flexible. Our minds can be flexible. We have our, Miss Harding has a bag. She can move her bag. It is flexible. Alrighty. We're going to go into our share time. So I want you to give me a thumbs up if you want to share what your object is. All right, we're going to have Daniel go first. Daniel, what object did you bring? Oh, a stuffed animal. And show us how your stuffed animal is flexible. Very nice. All right, and let's see. Oh, look how nicely Sarah is waiting to share with us. Sarah, what did you bring? Ooh, Sarah found a cheese stick. Is the cheese stick flexible? What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Yes, I can see how she's bending it. That means it is flexible. Very nice, friends. I'm going to choose one more friend. All right, Jeremiah, what did you bring today? Ooh, so Jeremiah has a sweatshirt. He's showing how he can bend it. He can even roll it up in a ball and then pull it back out. That is very flexible. All right, we're going to go into our next word, which is texture. That's the way something feels. I want you to feel your arm right here. Is it smooth or bumpy? Which one do you think? Miss Harding's hand is smooth right here. Our skin is smooth. But we can also find lots of other textures. We might find things that are rough. Something that is rough and gritty. Maybe your wall is rough. The ground can be rough. Things can be soft, like our clothes. Things can even have a slimy or a sticky texture. If you have maple syrup and pancakes for breakfast, your face might be sticky afterwards. When we played with slime earlier this year, our slime was slimy. That's where slime got its name. And then we also even have things that are squishy. Things can feel soft and squishy at the same time. So something can be more than one texture. All right, I want you to go find an object that you can describe the texture of in your house. I'm going to give you 20 seconds to find something, anything will do. I want you to find something you can describe the texture of. Alrighty, Miss Harding is going to go first. Miss Harding brought her notebook. Miss Harding's notebook, it is flexible, but a texture right here, it is bumpy. But right here, it is smooth. Miss Harding can also roll it up, and it can become very bendy. Miss Harding's is not soft, and it's not really squishy though. It doesn't go in and out. It just bends whenever I press on it. So, smooth and bumpy are the two words that Miss Harding used for her texture. All right, ooh, I see that Malachi brought applesauce. Malachi, what kind of texture is yours? Ooh, slimy, very nice. Oh, kind of gooey. Gooey is a good word. What does gooey mean, Malachi? Gooey means something similar to slimy. Yeah, it's sticky and it's kind of messy. Ooh, that's a good word. Very nice. All right, Zachary, what about you? Awesome. He brought his skateboard. He's saying that the wheels on it are round. Maybe that's our shape. But what is a texture that describes it? Rough. Where is it rough? Can you point? Yes, the top is rough. Why do you think some things have rough tops? Why is your skateboard rough on top? To make sure you don't fall down. It is important that we have certain textures on objects to keep us safe or to make sure we can use the object right. The last way, guys, that we are going to want to describe something is the color. So, we know all of our colors. We're second graders. We know blue, yellow, green, red. But there's also different ways to describe the color of something. We can say something is bright or dark. Could even be clear. Or we could just use our little color words. I want everyone, though, to go find me something in your house that is bright. Does that mean I want you to bring me a lamp? No, I want you to think. This isn't something that's just a light. Something bright in color. What do you think that could mean? I want you to go see if you're right. Miss Harding is going to get her object ready. All right, I want you to hold yours off the camera view. We're going to hold ours up on 3 when everyone has theirs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see so many bright colors. I see some neon colors. You see, neon is another word for bright. Oh, I see some friends brought a neon yellow football. I see Mallory's neon green leggings. I see some hair bows. Very nice, guys. I want you to look around at our class. Look around on your screen and see what everyone else brought and is holding up. Very nice. So, we're going to go into our next part. How could we describe these things? The first thing we're going to describe is our bouncing ball. Who can raise their hand and tell me what one of the properties of this ball is? Awesome! Daniel, it is flexible. Very nice. It's a little squishy. It's flexible. It can be moved. Very nice. What is another one? Mallory, it is round. What type of property is round under? It is the shape. Very nice. All right, and who else? Malachi. Ooh, rainbow. I love that word. Why do you say it's rainbow? It has more than one color. It is colorful. It is rainbow colored. It is also, you could say, white, green, blue, red, and pink. All right, and what kind of texture do you think we would find? What kind of texture? What kind of texture would a soccer ball have? It'd be, yeah, it's smooth. It has, ooh, I heard a word from someone. I think they were unmuted. Who was it? Oh, it was Daniel. You said they had ridges. That is a very nice word. We're going to move on over to our little puppy dog here. How do you think, what are some attributes or some properties of our dog? Oh, so yes, he has tall or long legs and long ears. Very nice. So long, we're talking about the shape of him. He is long. What do you think the texture of our puppy? How would our puppy's coat feel if you gave it a pet? It'd be soft. Ooh, silky. Very nice. What colors? Ooh, I hear light colors. What other colors would we see, Mark? Yes, he is different shades of brown and white. Ooh, very nice. I love the word shades you used. Alrighty, we're going to go into our house as our last one. So, how could we describe our house? This house right here, not your house yet, but this house. How would you describe it? It is pointy. How else would you describe it, Lucas? Okay, it is dark. Yes, it is black, so it is dark. It's not a light color. We also see, ooh, there's some triangles and rectangular shapes. I see in the door and our chimney and our roof. Very nice. All right, we are going to go into the next part. Miss Harding is going to show us first. So I don't want you moving yet. I should see your eyes on me. You are going to get on iExcel with your collaboration partner. You are going to answer 10 questions. Remember to count. Look at your counter on top. I want you to stop whenever you get to 10. And then I want you to come back into my Zoom and look and see. But Miss Harding is going to do a few examples first so you know exactly what to do with your collaboration partner. You are going to go to your iExcel. You have all your options here. It's going to ask us which two properties match this object. Remember, if you need it, just ask you. You can click the speech button. Select the 2 best answers. How many answers does it want? 1 or 2? 2. Okay, so should I choose yellow as one of the options? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Ooh, I see mainly thumbs up. We're going to pick that as one of them. Am I done? I see some friends nodding. Am I done? I am not. Why am I not done, Malachi? It wants me to choose 2. So we have stretchy or bumpy. If you think it's stretchy, show me number 1. If you think it's bumpy, show me a number 2. Very nice. I would agree. I think it is stretchy. We got it right. We're looking for 2 answers again for log. Which ones do you think? Which one would you pick, Gracie? You think it is hard? Bendable is another word for what? Flexible. So is that log flexible? No, we can X that one out. We can say it's scratchy. Something is rough or scratchy. It might scratch your skin if you fell against it. It is scratchy. Then we have a wet bar of soap. We want to pick 2 for this one. This is the last one we're going to do all together. Do you think it's going to be slippery, bouncy, smooth? Do you think it's going to be smooth? Oh, I see some thumbs up. Bouncy or slippery? Oh, I see thumbs down. Good catch. And it's going to be slippery. It might slide right out of your hands. All right. What I want you to do next is I want you to go work on 10 questions with your collaboration partner. And then, make sure we're listening so we know what to do next. You are going to go and open Seesaw and complete your next science activity. So, Ms. Harding will add our first instructions. First, finish IXL. Next, I want you to open Seesaw and complete your science activity that you have pinned there. You're going to take a picture of one object in your house. You're going to tell me 3 properties of that object. You're going to do all of that 2 times. So you take 2 pictures. You're writing all about those objects. If Miss Harding picked her ones, I might say this is a cube. It is yellow and it is tiny. Those are all properties of my ones piece. I want you to find an object you can do that with at your house 2 times. So make sure you use complete sentences. Make sure you use your sentence stems that are in your Seesaw. Go ahead and start working on IXL. I'm going to be popping into your rooms to help you out. I will then be checking in on our Seesaw, so make sure we're doing it. I will see you guys at our later video if I don't see you during science. Thank you guys for listening. You may go ahead and get started.